Okay.
Events.
Should show up. Hang on. Yeah, it's showing up. Should be able to see it.
Connecting to live chat now.
Alright. Putting the final... putting the final thumbnail. 2 people watching, it's probably both of us.
Oh, actually no, there's a new one.
Okay.
Rodzy-chan.
Welcome to the stream.
What's up?
Ace
Also,
Attorney.
I'm sure you might like the person who has the avatar.
Ace Attorney Trilogy. Here we go. Saving the changes. All the
Wow, we already got 3 other people watching.
This is gonna be interesting. Well, I guess well, I did warn everybody that today was the day.
Well,
of
at least Apollo came in right. He trying to get John Hartman 4.
Okay. All that's left is to monetize it. Okay, light profanity and included. There we go. Alright, we can officially start now. What's up, guys? The Keyblade Soulord here.
And I got no other joke.
And he's the Bounderwork and Animefreak. And welcome back to Ace Attorney Trilogy. And today, this is it, folks, the grand finale. And
Yep.
I hope you're ready a few drinks and a snack, because this is going to be a very emotional trial.
Of course I'm on every stream. This is a...
Alright. Okay then. Let's not waste any more time. Let's continue on. Bridge to the Turnabout, Part 4-1, Trial. This is it.
Well, you could say these are going to be some trying times.
Corner, now. Alright, here we go. Hello, Pearl.
Hi, Pearly.
Oh, looks like we're by ourselves. We still don't know what happened to Maya. And we couldn't go into the inner temple, but don't worry. We'll find the truth today. Is she? No? Oh, right, she's the defendant of the case.
Will this be the first time where we won't have Mia to help us?
I guess we'll see.
I mean...
Oh? Wait, Iris is in the prosecutor's lobby? Edgeworth? Yeah, what is Iris doing over there? Wait, she's gonna testify?
What? I mean, maybe that's a good thing?
Oh boy. The prosecution is trying to squeeze her for a confession?
What?
And it's not Franziska.
Uh-oh.
It's Godot. Oh boy, he's not gonna make it easy for us. Wait, is Franziska trying to open the locks?
Oh!
Wow, at least she's helping us. Along with the head nun, along with the head nun, Sister Bikini. We estimate the last of the locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours. Very well.
Hold it, John Hartman.
For once, she did help out a bit in the last part. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm with... Oh yeah, I'm with them. Usually... What is her about for her?
Alright then. Alright then. We're not gonna make this... It's not gonna be an easy trial. But we need to do whatever it takes. For Iris, for Maya, and for everything.
This is for all the marbles.
Let's do this. I like what Edgeworth said there. I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, partner. partner. Ho ho ho. Here we go. We still don't have the answers for most of the riddles playing in the case. That's true.
Actually, would we finally be able to do Cyclops while during the trial thing?
I don't know. There's 3 things. How is her... If she was killed in the inner temple, how is she here? What is this impossible flying thing that Larry has seen? And what is that woman, Morgan Fay, really after? Really after, sorry. Alright then. District Court, courtroom number 7. Here we go.
Kristen Patrick, John Hartman, Greg Panta.
What? Judge? Why are you here? What happened to the other judge? Yes, why are you here? Wait, little brother? You two are brothers? Huh. He came to visit in his chambers earlier that morning. All of a sudden, he developed a scorching fever and fainted? Huh. Poor guy.
Yeah.
So they're brothers. That explains a lot.
Why they all look the same and everything else?
Well, almost the same. He didn't have a mustache. He only had the beard.
Well,
anyway.
He is younger.
Okay then. So we know that the judge has a brother. It's impossible to predict what the future has for us. Well said, Godot.
That jazz is so smooth.
I know, seriously, why is Godot so freaking cool?
It's not even his... It's not even that, it's just his music.
His music, his personality, the fact he's a coffee-loving man.
Also, P-chan.
Very philosophical.
Very funny. Godot, stop being edgy.
The bitter darkness. Alright then. The accused refused to admit her role in the crime, but today she had a change of heart. Oh boy. She's about to make a confession? Oh boy.
That doesn't sound right. I mean, Iris really wasn't trying to do that before.
Yeah, she should have discussed it with Phoenix. This is strange. Alright then, let's see what she has to say. There might be a mystery behind it. Okay. Name of profession. Iris. Simple nun undergoing training at Hazakura Temple. Wait, she wants to apologize to Phoenix? She can't continue lying? She did play a part in this terrible incident. Looks like she's about to confess. Huh? She dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place?
What?
That could be it. She may not be the murderer, but she took part in this case? Oh boy. So in other words, she was an accomplice.
Oh boy. I mean, accomplices could get just as bad. They get just as bad fate as the murderer itself.
Oh boy. Let's see. Well, we might as well see what she has to say.
3 minutes, already covered in a cold sweat.
Yep. Wait, this is... Huh? It looks like Iris' testimony was all a lie. Yep. Looks like the testimony is not gonna be of use in this trial. Yeah, actually, whose crime is she covering? I need to find out what is this.
Actually, Godot's gonna have a point for something.
Okay. Wait, one of their missions is to protect the main family. Wait, what? What? Is she saying that she's covering the crime of Maya?
What?
She's naming Maya as the murderer? No way. Come on.
What? What?
You witnessed the murder and know the murder? That can't be right.
I'm sorry, I think I got the wrong glasses on, because I thought I turned and saw Maya.
Hang on. Oh boy. Okay, let's hear what she has to say.
Yeah, I said Maya. Seriously,
Okay
what?
then. I never mentioned the kiss would went up like this either, Phoenix. But let's do this. Okay, what do you have to say, Iris? She went to the inner temple that night and she saw it all happen in the garden. She saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff. While Maya was still stumbling, Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. She can't blame her for it. I don't know.
Something don't seem right.
Yeah, this doesn't seem right. So, wait, Elise attacked her first. That can't be right. Why would Elise attack Maya?
Especially since we, well,
Since we
already
figure
know
out...
who she is.
Yeah, even Phoenix knows something's not right. It was established yesterday that Iris never went to the inner temple that night.
And on top of
And
that,
the person who did it was actually Dahlia. Even Iris admits that.
And on top of that, we aren't... What?
Press the third statement.
Doma would not...
Here we go, let's see. 1, 2, 3. While Mystic Maya was stumbling, Mystic Elise moved to deliver the final strike. Hold on. She moved into the middle of fatal strike?
Unless
She drew
Iris
down her
knows
staff
about...
and reached into her robe for a weapon. Wait. What was this weapon? Some kind of dagger? A dagger? And she tried to stab it with this weapon to kill Maya? Something...
I can already tell you that's boosh.
It is.
Especially since we know what the way weapon was.
Hang on. Yeah, I do have a problem with the testimony. Yeah, because the weapon wasn't a knife. It was a staff. It was that sword staff. Yeah, nevertheless. Alright, let's hear the last statements again. Jeez, Godot. He's really... What is it with prosecutors manipulating the judges? Right?
I have no idea.
She threw her staff away and pulled a dagger from inside the rope, but that's not right. I didn't mean to press it, I mean to present it. Hang on. I pressed the wrong button. Hold on. Okay, present the sword staff. There we go. Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events. Miss Dunham throwing her staff away makes no sense at all. Yep. Naturally you won't notice, but the Vickers staff had a special feature about it. A sword. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just
Oh.
watching.
If Elise really wanted to kill Maya, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands. Well, what do you have to say?
Objection!
Apparently Godot has an objection. But you never would have thought there was a sword inside the staff? But even so, what? He has a point. The fact that she would use a sword instead of a dagger is not very useful in close quarters combat. But where is the dagger? If there is a dagger, there should have been evidence, right?
Exactly.
There is something strange about the testimony. I have evidence to back this argument.
Do we?
Okay. Never... Because Miss Lily Stoneman would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey.
Oh.
Hang on. Is it the talisman?
No, I don't think it's that.
Hang on. It's not the hood. The hanging
Wait, would it be
scroll?
I don't think it's that. I think it'd be Maya's profile.
Hang on. Oh. Or maybe Elisa's profile. It says real name Misty Fey, Maya's mother and master of Korean channeling technique.
Ah, yeah, it is right. It's a Misty Face one.
Yeah, I think we got it. She would have never attacked the Maya Fey. Because the victim's real name was not Elise Stoneham. Her real name was Misty Fey. Yep. Yes, she's related to Maya Fey, the current master of the Korean channeling technique, and the mother of Maya Fey.
Wait,
yep.
You know who Misty Fey is?
Apparently he didn't know at first. But yeah, no doubt about it. Iris had no idea? Okay. That is weird.
How did Iris... Yeah, you're right. How would Iris not know?
Well, is there some explanation, Godot? Oh, he's smoking. Not in that way.
I know.
Well, Iris, the victim that supposedly threw away his sword during the fight, and the two people battling to the left were mother and daughter. Yeah, the entire story seems difficult to believe. One little thing, and what that one little thing is.
Yeah, what is that?
Okay. What is it, Godot? Get your point, Godot. Okay. Just to give us it. Eighth cup of his morning coffee? How many cups of coffee you drink in the morning? Even the judge would say, you're going to ruin your... Even the judge says, you're going to ruin your health, my friend. Okay. There is a dagger?
What?
And there is blood on the tip.
Where? How? Why? Where?
Okay, where was it found? Godot, the ultimate coffee drinker. Now you're bringing Danganronpa references here?
Yeah, where did he find it?
The pine tree at the crime scene?
What? What pine tree?
It was stuck in the backside of the pine tree. That must be the tree that was there.
Where we didn't have the metal detector.
No, the metal detector was used by Gumshoe in the temple courtyard, not in the inner temple.
Exactly.
So who does this blood belong to?
Actually, yeah. Who does it belong to?
Did you say it was your 50 minutes ago? You didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed, huh? Well, we got the dagger as evidence, though. Looks like they're going to do a blood test.
We'll find out who that is then.
Alright then. But yeah, now that but now with that, Iris's testimony is now credible. Okay then. Let's hear what's Iris gonna testify now. About the incident she saw. Okay, let's hear it.
There it is.
Here we go. Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with a staff. But then she dodged Mystic Elise's next weapon and stole her next attack and stole the weapon. Suddenly, Elise was on the defensive with her back to the stone lantern. Okay. That's when Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. Hold on a minute. That's... Yeah, something doesn't seem right here. I don't think that's the case. Alright, cross-examination. Here we go. Let's see. Maya stumbled briefly over the man with staff. She dodged Mystic Elise's next and stole her weapon. Was the one on the defensive with her back to the stone lantern. And that's when Maya stabbed Elise.
I say press the Mystic Elise the defensive thing, because that don't seem right to me.
Let's press this. You say Maya to turn the tables on the victim? Autopsy report on the fourth statement. She was stabbed at... Oh! That's right, she was stabbed on the back!
Oh, that's right!
The autopsy report says that. Alright. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. Ah, darn it. Alright. Present the autopsy report. Where is it? Yep. Loss of blood from stab in the back. Here we go.
Man.
I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. Here we go. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions. What's so wrong? Because according to you, Maya Fey stabbed the victim while she had her back against the stone lantern, correct? But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right? But according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to the blood loss from a stabbed wound in her back. You realize that mistake, Iris? Yeah, this proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Yep, another seed of doubt has spread from your testimony.
But that does bring up one question. What was actually that thing written on the stone thing?
That is a good question. We need to see that.
I don't think we will, but...
Why, it's simple. People have books, we all got a front and a back. Try to make sense. Darkness loves to play with the human mind. What does that mean? Could you please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and illogical metaphors?
Seriously,
Yeah. Too much of this testimony that doesn't make sense. throwing away useless stuff from the people fighting about being the mother and daughter, and now she falsely claims the victim was stabbed in the stomach. Yep, those are a lot of inconsistencies. What do you have to say to that, Iris? What do you mean we're being too naive, Godot? Hang on. 253 types of bitterness.
Get on with your point, Godot!
Explain yourself! And then ambiguous about her own ambiguities? What the hell is the street doing? Sorry about that. Wait, you mean it's because it's dark? Wait, hold on.
You need something noise canceling.
I know.
We get it!
Yeah.
Traffic sucks!
The stone lantern in the garden must be kept lit, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, she should have been able to see the crime more clearly. But what? According to the head nun, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light that stone lantern. What do you mean? It hadn't been used in a long time, and the wick was no good. In other words...
Objection!
No, I have to object to that, because the torches were lit.
We saw them too.
It was proven by the ashes on the bottom of the torches.
And not only that, the ground was also melted around the stone thing too.
No, that's different. Because it was only covered on the front of the stone, not around it.
The perimeter was still bare.
Oh boy. Hey there, Laswardi. I haven't seen you in a while. Alright. There's a stone lantern. Okay. Keyblade.
I know.
What is it? What is it, Your Honor? Oh, it has... Oh yeah, you noticed there's something written on it. Written in blood. Yeah, the judge didn't know about that.
Wait, how did Godot not know?
Godot, you should be able to notice. It's clearly there.
Are you that blind?
She didn't fall down right away. She must have been writing down on the stone lantern behind her. That could be the case, but there's something not right.
Why would she write it upside down?
Why are you objecting, Godot? What do you mean? What are you talking about? It's clearly there. It was shown. There was a message written in blood on the stone, on the lantern.
What? Can you not see red?
According to him, he's clean as a whistle. He can't see the bloody writing at all?
No, he can't see red.
Hold on. His eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on his head, he still can't see everything. Maybe that's what he meant. That's why he couldn't see the blood on it. It's the same thing with the case of the apron in the last game. In the last case.
Oh, that's right.
He only saw the coffee stain, but not the bloody stain.
So yeah, he can't see red.
In a way, yes.
Wow. Marceline, you got any comment?
Godot? Well, he was a little... He somehow feels shaken. Anyway.
That was a weird lapse of character.
But I don't think... Yeah, that's just wrong. I don't think Maya has anything to do with this. Huh? What is she gonna say? After the victim died, you did something. Okay, what does she do? Okay, her cover-up. After Elise died, she called out to Maya. She thought it was her duty to protect the future master of the Korean tradition, so she removed the body from the inner temple by herself. She dragged it behind her all the way across Dusky Bridge. Then she used a snowmobile to carry it to the back of Hazakura Temple, and she used the Shishishito to alter the way the wound looked. Everything was right except for the carrying the body part. Because if you recall, the bridge was on fire.
Yeah, you really can't just yeet a dead body. I mean, you could, but unless you're Braun Strowman or a freaking football player.
Fate Twister? Don't you mean a twist of fate?
Seriously, are we the only one? Were we just like making these jokes, and the next thing you know, they do more WWE ones?
Anyway. Okay, let's do the cross-examination.
I mean, it's not like there's gonna be like some sort of RKO out of nowhere, right? Right, hold
on. Press the fifth statement. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She used the snowmobile to carry to the back of Hazakura Temple. Press there. Okay. Yep, the snowmobile. Yeah. She had the key. She used the snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge. Yeah, let's ask for more details. About the snowmobile or the tracks? I think it's more the tracks, right? Because if you recall, there's only... Because if you recall, there's only one set of tracks.
Agreed.
About the tracks. Alright. If you really did move her body by snowmobile, there should be tracks left in the snow, right? But yeah, the creatures presented at yesterday's trial, there's only one set. Yeah, there's only one set of tracks on a snowmobile. Snow was still falling when she left Hazakura Temple, that's true. And then when the murder took place, it had already stopped. That's true. I think it's important. Yeah, it's very important. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped? That doesn't make sense if you stack up against the other evidence. Okay. Sephiroth, what is it? A crossover of Ace Attorney and Danganronpa. That is... okay, that is actually an interesting idea.
P-chan, the main reason why they're referencing Danganronpa is because T-Play Soul has been doing the Let's Play of it.
Yeah. Okay then. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. Hold on, the murder took place, let's see. Okay, the snow was from 7 to 10:50. And according to the autopsy, it's from 10 to... it should be around 10 to 11 p.m. Yep. The weather data. No, it's not the weather data? That's weird.
On the amendment?
On the amendment? I did the weather data. That's weird. It's not that. Hang on. I did the weather data on the fourth statement. Hang on. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3. No, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to present the weather data on the fourth statement? Hang on, let me save just in case.
Yeah, we're already down 2 strikes already.
Yeah, there it is. It's... Yeah, you claim the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred. But that just isn't possible. Because the weather data clearly stated that the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed the Dusky Bridge at that time. Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, the Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and was caught on fire. That's another reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the bridge was on fire, Iris. How could you not know that? Iris didn't know?
What?
How could she not know?
Okay, something feels really off now.
Yeah,
Am I the only one that brings that up?
Yeah, something's not right.
Iris would know all this, so what's going on?
Did she forget? She can't forget that easily. So she couldn't have crossed the bridge. Body or no body. Any further line and we'll find you a detective court. What do you have to say for yourself, Iris? What do you have? Okay, go. What is it? What? Whether this win less or not doesn't mean squat. What do you mean doesn't mean squat? Yes, it's to find out the truth, but what is... Whether it was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not, there are two facts that can't be disputed. The body of Elise Stoneham was discovered in the courtyard, and the head nun that she witnessed her desecrating her body.
Oh please,
On
Godot.
both accounts.
You couldn't even see red. You couldn't even see red blood on a freaking white stone.
She wasn't herself at that time. Her memory was somewhat hazy. That's not an excuse.
Exactly.
Objection!
Hang on a sec. Yeah, it's just human to err, but when she's erring too many times, it's obvious she's hiding something. When the murder happened, the bridge had already burned down. But somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. There has to be an explanation. There has to be a way to get across the burning bridge.
There really can't unless you literally just throw it down the river.
Hang on. How are we gonna prove this? Hang on. Okay, let's hear one more time her testimony. Okay, she's gonna explain again what she has to say. Alright, let's hear it.
Oh, Sapphire Edwards. Hey, Keyblade Zolord, who else is playing with you now? Hello, I'm the bounty breaking anime freak. I'm a friend of his.
Yep. Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So she might have just gotten confused. Was the snow still falling, or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much? Or he said that there was a way to cross a way to cross a burning bridge. Why do I have the feeling that...
This sounds like a loaded question.
Okay, we have a picture of the burned bridge in the morning after the murder. Hold on.
Huh?
What? Hold on. What? One of the suspension wires have snapped.
Yeah, let's...
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Suspension bridge... Hang on a second. Something's not right. Why do I have a feeling that somehow, after seeing that one of the suspension cables, ropes, has something that relates to what Larry saw?
I have a bad feeling about anything he says is true anymore.
present Larry's sketch on any of them? Larry's picture upside down. Hold on a minute.
What? Upside down?
Hold on. Let me see Larry's picture.
And while you do that, I'm gonna, since I have some room. Okay. My head is upside down.
Oh my god, I think I realized. He wasn't seeing a flying woman, he was seeing a woman. A woman swinging! I think Larry's picture somehow now makes sense. What?
Why?
So Larry was telling the truth in a different way. It's just we've seen it wrong. It was upside down.
Really? Dang it! Now I have to make the quote. So you see, I must tell you the truth, or a certain part of you.
Wow. Yeah, we have a witness who did see it happen. Preposterous. Seriously, Godot spitting the coffee saying, preposterous. Yeah, just go on the attack. Really? You really have to say the highly gifted apprentice? Yeah, he saw that the night that he was in the mountain shack, yeah, and he witnessed the event. Yeah, it was about this sketch. Of course everyone would be confused. No, it's not April Fool's Day.
Are you sure?
Wait. No. No, the victim... Exactly. The victim didn't flew in the air. There's another reason. Alright? Yes, it proves something. Oh, he just said it. You're trying to turn this thing upside down. He just had to say that. Alright. Alright, don't make a mistake here. Look carefully and think it over. Is evidence of nothing a complete contradiction or exactly what happened? It is exactly what happened. Because if you turn the picture upside down, that's when you realize it.
A complete contradiction. Apollo says.
It's a complete contradiction. Yeah, I should have refuted what I said.
And now we're down to one last shot. Soul Lord.
Alright, huh? There must be stuff what happened, alright?
Oh, thank God, he skipped a penalty.
Alright. Alright, let's try this again.
Objection!
Alright. Okay, it's a complete contradiction. Sorry about that. At least we didn't get penalized for doing that. Yeah, something's funny about this sketch. No, it's not what you mean. It's not what I mean. He stated that he saw the victim flying, and that is exactly what he saw. But if we were to believe his testimony, then the sketch contradicts reality as we know it. Yep. Alright then. What exactly contradicts reality as we know it? The flying body, right?
Take that!
The flying figure, naturally. Oops. Okay, again, what is it then? Is it the bridge? Point to something else. Alright.
Oh, why? Okay,
I think it's the bridge. The suspension wire. Here we go.
Take that!
Here we go. It's the wire connected to the bridge. Yes. Yep, that's the thing that contradicts reality. Alright. Let's show the burning bridge photo.
Take that!
The wire's upside down. Sorry about all the mistakes.
It better.
Yep. Now compare the sketch.
Case, we usually have these things.
Yeah, now compare the sketch to the photo for a minute. In this sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge... Jumping to Jehoshaphat? What? Yep, the wires are below the guard wires. Yep. No, he didn't. Well... No, we're not wrong. The fact is... Yeah, mistake is a definite possibility, but that begs the question. Why did he make a mistake? Yeah, I know the answer to that. Because he saw the events upside down. He was in Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never going to come, and then he finally lay down. What he witnessed... He was lying down, he looked up in the sky. Exactly. He was lying on his back. This is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down. He simply saw the scene upside down. Yep. Yep, the sketch showed actually. Here's how the correct thing is supposed to be. This is how it should actually look. So it wasn't flying above the bridge. It was swinging below the bridge. Just like a pendulum. Simply to move the body, whoever was on the other side of the bridge wrapped the victim in the rope and used it as a pendulum to get across the bridge. Which explains the 10-foot fall damage.
That's right.
Yeah, the criminal decided to do a gamble. They used the burning bridge to get a body across the other side, and a pendulum was the only way to get it done. Okay. Yeah, Dusky Bridge is about 20 yards long. About as far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff. Yep, that sounds right. You need a rope of at least 10 yards long. No, they just have to use one of the suspension wires. Exactly, then they have to get a rope ready. It was already run in front of them. Sorry about that noise. Alright then. What makes you think the criminal had the rope on to create the pendulum? Just look at the bridge. If you want to know where the rope came from, it's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard. Yep. One of the wires from the bridge. When the lightning struck at the bridge and set on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste. So they tied a wire around the least Stone's body and used her as a pendulum. It was a big gamble, but it succeeded. Well, Goodell? He's starting to chug down coffee. And he's still chugging it down! Wow.
Yeah,
It's not. It was a big gamble, but it's not. But it wasn't impossible. One question:
So they literally
Did
did just yeet her across.
Yeah, as like a pendulum instead. How can you? Actual evidence that the body was swung over by a pendulum? Just look at her autopsy report. It shows there. Body fell from 10 feet after death. Let me remember what we know so far. According to this photo, one of the wires snapped. Looking at the map, we could see that it's one of the... It's the one that was in front of the inner temple. Yep. That was the spot where the criminal was. Now, if you consider the body movement by looking at the overhead map again, if the body was pushed from that point here, it will land on the other side. On the opposite bank at approximately at this point. Yeah, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank. Which explains...
the damage.
Yep. Evidence that suggests her body dropped some distance. Look at the autopsy report. Her body fell about 10 feet after her death. It's the height. It's most likely the height difference between the two sides. So yeah, it must be that the other side is slightly bigger than the other side, which explains the 10 feet difference. Which also explains how the crystal sphere was knocked loose.
Oh.
It's all connecting. Wow.
We got him now, boys.
Whoa. We're getting closer to the truth. Yeah, it was already marked that the crystal sphere was there. It was found there. And yes, Sol-chan, the map was part of the previous case, where the pendulum would arrive and given the right amount of speed. So yeah, the criminal did something very risky, and yet it worked. What? What was that sound? What? Again? Seriously? Phoenix is being a victim to second-degree burns of coffee. Poor guy.
Also, dude, well, at least it's cold coffee.
Okay. At least for once. We forgot one thing? What would that be?
Yeah.
The aroma. What do you mean, the aroma?
Then again, the only aroma I'm smelling is the coffee you threw on us.
Okay. The rest of the court doesn't speak coffeenese. Can you elaborate?
We aren't baristas. I mean, you could ask Alberto Del Rio, but that's a different story.
If the criminal has sent the body to the other side like you say, then naturally there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it. Iris. So in other words, Iris wasn't there. Yeah, who collected the body? It had to be Iris. What?
He's got a point, but this...
What?
It just raises up another question.
It's only Iris. The real Iris. Yeah, so she never went into the temple because only you could transfer transport the body. And it also explains that Sister Bikini saw her.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we were listening, but she wasn't really there. Hang on. I haven't forgotten, but have you? This witness was also seen in Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim. On that night, the defendant was in 2 different places at the same time. Okay, here it is. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony? Mention what? The pendulum. Exactly. Why didn't you mention that? Something you should have already known. What do you mean you had no idea? Yeah, this is proof that she's lying. You should have known about it. It'd be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with.
What?
That's what he's saying. I think I know who it is. Who we're talking to is not Iris.
No.
Yes. If this one's not Iris. This is actually someone else. Someone who's trying to pin the crime on Maya. Her real name, Dahlia Hawthorne. In other words, did you really have to do that?
Of course.
Yep, I never thought I had to utter your name again, let alone see you. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne. Someone over here is channeling her. Yes. Sister Iron has a twin sister, and looking at her, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. And apparently the judge has that name rung a bell. How is it just our imagination? Oh, right, he has the data that she was executed.
I did not ruin the mood. I freaking foresaw the freaking RKO out of nowhere thing.
Yep, the case 5 years ago. Apparently the judge remembers. Barely even the judge was surprised. According to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. And it was carried out last month. However... Oh, apparently Godot says so what? Death has no meaning in this courtroom. Even Godot knows.
Thank you. Even Chris Fitzpatrick agreed.
Hang on. Hang on, let's hear it. You of all people should already understand. After all, the blood of the Master Korine channeling technique flows within that body. You're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium. Exactly. Here we go. But who... Who could be channeling her?
Think.
Let's hear it. Hold on. It wasn't a coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. Right here in these instructions. They were written by Morgan Fay. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. Yep. There were 2 irises at Sakura Temple, and one of them is Dahlia. Even the time of the channeling was planned out, As soon as you hear the lights out bell, in other words, 10 p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time. So the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris. And the Iris who gave the hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. So the Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the Inner Temple is someone else dressed as her. The one Dahlia Hawthorne.
Well said,
That is
Otan.
true.
Do not spoil.
No spoilers.
Live chat.
However, what makes you think that that's the real Iris in the court? And after meeting Sister Bikini, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled would have been stranded at the Inner Temple due to the lightning strike. Yes. Correct so far. It was later that the body was moved by a pendulum. Yeah, that's right. Naturally, that would mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Yep. Yeah, we're with you. After being notified of what happened, the police came to the Hasakura's main hall. And then they found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center. So far, yes.
I have a feeling.
Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Do you remember the time that Iris ran into the... Now I get it. You remember the earthquake, right?
Yeah.
What if Iris somehow opened the lock, and then somehow, some way, she was forced to trade places with Dahlia, channeled by someone, and then put more locks?
So you're saying the lock was unlocked and
Somehow, whoever was in there was replaced Dahlia. Hang on. Yeah, Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia. Which means... They must have switched places somewhere. Yep.
You do see this though, right?
It could mean. Yeah, there was one chance. Let's just keep moving forward and confirm this. There might have been one chance. Yep. Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown. Yeah, what I mean is... There was a span of time in which Iris was able to move freely, unsupervised. Oh boy, we have... It was Edgeworth. But he was cowering because of the earthquake. Yep, Edgeworth it is. There was a fairly large earthquake yesterday. Yep. It was a very large one. And because Edgeworth was afraid of earthquakes, he let her slip by. But she fled into the inner temple. Yeah, we went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time because the locks were removed and then replaced.
And there was only one at the time, so...
What if it's possible that... It could be Oh, hang on. Oh, she's finally revealing her true colors. Yep. Godo's about to ask again. Here we go. You ready? Dahlia Hawthorne. Her current profession? Permanently retired. In other words, dead. Yeah, she's not gonna bother hiding anymore. We're talking to the actual Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh my god. Look at that face over there. We never thought we actually see this devil again. And now Phoenix is facing her as a lawyer, not as a defendant, and not as her boyfriend. The end of part 1. This is getting very interesting.
Very much so.
But of course, we promised that we were gonna end this. It doesn't care if it's 2 parts or 3. This has to be done today.
Well said.
Don't stop reading until I tell you. The power of Christ compels you.
Really?
I had to.
All right. Here we go. All right, witness. Okay. We need to learn the truth about your case. Sometimes the truth is better left unknown. Uh-oh. What is she gonna say?
Uh-oh.
All right, let's see what her plan is. How her plan is carried out. Wow, she even has her own theme playing in her testimony song. The whole plan began with her death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fey would first have to die. The idea was for her to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seemed to have succeeded anyway. How? Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, what? Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya? Hold on, what?
What?
Her plan was to kill Maya?
I think there's a problem with your plan. And that also means I think she forgot underpants.
What? Anyway, let's see. But the plan was to kill Maya? Okay.
Apparently, Paula says press all the statements.
Alright then. The whole plan began with her death. Press this. Yeah, she was executed last month. Yeesh, she was hanged. But yeah, how did you manage to discuss the plan? When did she ever talk to her?
It's an old expression, old Chan.
It was last year when she was transferred in the same detention as her. So probably during the events of the second case after Morgan has during the cases of the second game after Morgan was arrested. And she was on death row. So that's when she discussed the plan. Wait, did Morgan plan to kill her as well?
What?
What? All to make Pearl to be the master of Karine? Morgan really is a cold, twisted woman.
She is a. Wait, can I say that B word on stream or no?
Well, just this once.
Okay, she's a cold, heartless bitch.
All right. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan. She's been working on the plan after she was arrested? Okay, let's press this one. Yeah, she's talking about Pearl. At first she had high hopes for the two of them, aka Dahlia and Iris, but why? But neither of them had much spiritual power. That's why they were abandoned by her, along with their father. Actually, wasn't it the father that left him?
Yeah, that is true.
Actually, yeah, the father was left Morgan because Morgan didn't have powerful spiritual power like Misty did. And it got worse after Misty left.
She only got lucky with Pearl.
And because Iris was was a nuisance to her, she convinced her father to leave her at the old temple. Wow. Lucky for Iris, she lived a happy life, unlike you. And that's why Dahlia went to her with her father, who was actually a jeweler. It is horrible. But yeah, even Morgan is horrible than her. Yep, that's true. She heaped all her broken hopes and dreams onto poor Pearl.
Got that right.
Next statement. But for it to work, Maya Fey would first have to die. That's what she said. But yeah, why would she have to die? For her bloodline to succeed the main family, thus making Pearl the new master. The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of. But yeah, Pearl would never
bring up.
But Pearl would never agree to. But bring up what?
I think I have a theory. What if she's? What if? And this is.
I'm listening.
What if Dahlia is possessing Maya?
Or don't you mean Maya possessing? Channeling. But let's just keep going. But yeah, Pearl would never agree to a plan like that because Pearl loved Maya.
I don't think.
What do you mean that? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan never cared about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of master. That is true. Morgan is that twisted.
Wow.
She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally the life of Maya as well. Jeez. How could anyone do that? Maybe I should have put Morgan a bit higher on my list than this.
Then again,
the idea was for her to kill Maya and have pin the blame on... Because Dahlia is a very well-thought villain. But you were going to kill Maya? And Pearl never needed to know anything about it? Oh right, she had to follow the instructions. They never mentioned anything about killing Maya. And since Pearl loved Morgan so much, she innocently followed her instructions. That is true. Wow. And the plan was to put the blame on Iris. And because they look so identical, it's hard to tell.
Exactly. That was going into my theory.
Yep.
If Iris got blamed, and if this is Maya, then yes, it...
Hang on, let's just hear this through. But yeah, why do you want to pin the blame on Iris? Yeah, she really doesn't... What do you mean she's a backstabber? You're the backstabber here. Apparently would never understand. The plan went wrong, but it seemed to have succeeded anyway. What do you mean succeeded? How is that a success? Maya is dead?
Bull.
Hang on. What do you mean she's dead? She's just trapped inside a sacred cavern. No, don't you dare use that nickname on Phoenix. You don't have the right. Jeez, she's not even holding back on Phoenix. You just want to know my thing. What did you personally think of Morgan's plan? It was a stupid plan. It had no point and no value other than fulfilling her greedy desires. Then why did you carry it out if you didn't want to?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Why did you help her carry it out if you didn't like it?
What, do you hate Phoenix that much?
Hang on. Yeah, why would you help a woman like her? Why? She's not like Morgan. She only acted in her own self-interest. The only reason she helped her was for herself? For her own personal satisfaction? She had her own reason for wanting Maya dead?
What?
What was your goal? She never helped anyone. She lived for herself and in the end died for herself. So she wasn't actually cooperating. She was just using Morgan and her plan so she can accomplish her own goal. She wanted to kill Maya Fey. All for revenge?
Using this.
Hang on.
Yeah.
She meant to kill Maya. Wait, I need to present
Mia!
something. She wanted revenge on Mia. Hang on. We have to present Mia's profile? I don't think we have her profile, though.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we do. It was all for revenge on Mia? That your actual code had nothing to do with Maya. I get it. By killing Maya, she would do revenge on Mia.
Exactly.
You can't punish the dead, that's true, so you can't take revenge against them either. Wow, even when she's dead, she still does these things. Yeah, she was sentenced to die because of Mia Fey. I knew it. So she agreed to Morgan's plan because Maya was the target, and since she knows that Maya is Mia's sister, by killing her, she would be willing to do her revenge. My God. Sadly, when she
family is messed up.
Sadly, when she saw her revenge was impossible, she gave up. And the reason it was impossible was because, yeah, Mia had already died at that point. So the only way to take revenge against the dead, yes. Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on. That's true. That's why she wanted to take the person Mia Fey loved the most. Maya Fey. That's her reason. Just wow. For that you would kill Maya? Yes, her goal was no different from that of Morgan, according to what Phoenix said. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Ain't that a truth?
It is a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless. And according to her, there's not a thing we can do to her, because she's already dead. Okay, that night, what? At about 9:30 p.m., she materialized into this world. She quickly pinned her hair up and put on the demon warding hood. Okay, let's hear it. Then she picked up the staff that was by her side and left Hazakura. Wait a minute. It was Elise who channeled her?
What?
That explains how Elise was found there in the inner temple. And even Sister Bikini would never notice. She left Maya Fey in the inner temple, and Wubba Black clutching on her poor old back. That is... Yeah, what did she do then? There was Maya. She cut out to her in front of the stone lantern. She took out the dagger she got from the storeroom and... What just happened? What happened? So... You're saying you stabbed Maya? It's strange, but... She doesn't have a clear memory of what happened after? What do you mean? What happened? She was stabbed? Someone stabbed her in the back? At the last minute, Maya must have stabbed her. No, it wasn't. Because... yeah, that's not like her at all. She suddenly lost consciousness, but before she did, she scrawled her name onto the lantern. Just when she was passing out, she rubbed Maya behind her back. Hang on. That's where her memory temporarily stops. It stops? This is weird. She doesn't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with her own 2 hands. Her very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When she woke up after that, she was in a sacred cavern surrounded by darkness. That's weird. And the entrance was sealed with one of the trick locks. But yeah, how did you wind up in there? And she was worried? She didn't know whether or not Maya was dead. And she swore she wouldn't have returned to the underworld until she knew she had killed her herself. That's weird. She wanted to to make sure Maya was dead, but she couldn't get out. Because the trick lock was there. That's weird. So she was actually confined against her will inside the sacred cavern. That explains the switcheroo that happened. After Iris unlocked, she simply switched places. Wait, she kept getting interrupted. What do you mean? It was early in the morning, but someone came into the training hall. It was Iris. It wasn't Maya, it was Iris, right? She couldn't see? What do you mean not? If someone had spotted her, she would have lost her chance to take revenge. So she made sure to hide herself well in the back of the sacred cavern. Okay. Yeah, only 2 people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and Pearl. Oh, Pearl went to cover the hanging scroll in gravy. That is true.
Right.
Still, she finally managed to remove the lock. But she was too late? What do you mean she was too late? The flies had already started to gather. The bridge has been fixed and the police has started their investigation.
Oh.
So she couldn't go out. Instead, she returned to the cavern and put the lock back on herself. So she wouldn't get the chance to see Maya's corpse she had hoped. But just then, Lady Luck showed up. Yeah, the earthquake. It was Iris who showed up. The real Iris. She wanted to make sure the sacred cavern was alright. So I get it. Iris didn't expect this. She was just... Dahlia just jumped on her and then switched places with her immediately and locked her in her place. Just wow. She had finally learned exactly what happened. It was then that she learned that her plan actually succeeded? What do you mean?
How would you know?
She had misunderstood one thing. That night, the one that had summoned her, she had assumed it was Pearl. Yeah, you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions. But she was wrong. The person that actually called her spirit back was... yeah, Misty Fey. I knew it. Misty did summon her. She must have learned about what Pearl was about to do. In fact, she could have been the one who opened the contents of the letter first and knew about the plan. That's the reason why Pearl couldn't channel Dahlia, because Elise was channeling her. That makes sense. But even so, she made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit. And that is... matricide. Wait.
Matriarch. Killing the matriarch.
So, is she saying that she blamed Maya for killing her own mother? But yeah, she was the one who attacked Maya Faye, but even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Faye's life was none other than Maya. That's what she's saying. It is nonsense, that's what I'm trying to say. Just think about it.
I'm getting all this, but...
Evidence there's evidence to support these facts? What do you mean? The fact that Maya Faye has disappeared is evidence. What? So she might not be in the sacred cavern. She wasn't able to skip the inner temple, that much is obvious. There's only one place she could be. Where? The bottom of the Eagle River? Are you saying that she might have committed suicide? That can't be right.
Am I the only one that...
That's why she threw
No.
herself into the Eagle River. Dahlia assumed that Maya killed herself after finding out that she killed her own mother?
Really?
Oh my god. I think Phoenix is fading.
Am I the only one that has to bring up something?
Wait! What the hell?
What?
Is that Godot's phone? Godot, is that your phone? Yeah, what kind of ring is... I mean, it is his phone. Okay, so what is it?
Wait, is that what always plays?
Hang on. What is it? Hang on, what is it? They just finished
Wait.
removing the Lux from the sacred cavern. Who was there? There was a woman in the cave. It was the real Iris. Maya was not there? So, yeah, what about Maya? Where is she? She's really nowhere to be found? No one else was found in the sacred cavern? That's why Dahlia assumed that she killed herself. Oh my god, look at Phoenix. I really don't want to believe it. It appears the killer of Elise Stoneham, also known as Misty Faye, was her own daughter, Maya Faye. But I don't want to believe that. Overcome with guilt of what she has done, Maya Faye jumped to her death in the raging waters of the Eagle River. It can't be true.
It ain't.
What? Godot? Are you okay? Have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. No matter how improbable it may seem. Hold on, what is he saying? According to this witness, Maya Faye threw herself into the Eagle River. Yes, that's what he said. However, is that really the truth? Huh. Yeah, the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden. So if Maya had thrown herself into the Eagle River, it must have been from the inner temples. She couldn't have reached the river! If she did jump off to the Eagle River, if she did jump off the cliff, she would have landed on the rock side.
Also, Yellow, thank you for that.
Thank you for what? Exactly, it's impossible to jump from the Eagle River from there. Otherwise,
Also,
her
yeah,
body would have been fight. Oh!
He gave you a donation. Oh, there it goes.
Dahlia doesn't know who's channeling her. Actually, you're right. Who is channeling her? Alright, yeah, think it through. Think it through, Phoenix. If Maya was dead, if Maya did jump off the cliff... Alright. evidence that refutes this claim? Yes, I do. I should have the map. Let's see here. Nope, that's not it. There it is. The Hazakura Temple map. It's impossible to jump into Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than the witness. Have you recalled? You jumped into the very same river. Now, if you look at the overhead map, yeah, as you can see, below the cliff to the inner temple side is a big rock shelf. Yep. She wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped from there. In other words, if she had jumped, we should have been able to see her body in this photo. What do you have to say to that, Dahlia? Yeah, even Godot found out.
I agree, Killua.
Hang on. No, we're not playing games with you. What makes you say that Maya's body is... Hang on. Have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. Yeah, Maya Fey wasn't inside the sacred cavern. So she didn't... And we know now that she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River. Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one place she could be. Alright, you ready to hear this?
I think I'm already got my theory already planned out.
Let's hear it. The pieces are falling into place. Normally the living has no way to punish the dead, but there's a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Alright. Shall I tell you? Where Maya is very distant? Maya is in this very courtroom. Yep. Namely, she's right here. Alright, now for the next question. I had misunderstood one thing, you see? But there's one more thing you misunderstood. Now tell me something. At this very moment, who is channeling Dahlia Hawthorne? It's obvious who. She thinks it's Pearl Fey. Nope.
And now you see the problem.
Yep, you're wrong. Pearl's tried, but she couldn't do it. She never failed to channel this. And this is the first time it's happened. The other explanation is that someone else is channeling Dahlia. Yeah, someone called... Who? Yeah, Pearl's even tried again on the day of the crime. But she couldn't do it. What could that mean? The truth is becoming clear. You ready, Dahlia? Yeah, she's realizing it wasn't Pearls that channeled you. There was someone who called you before she could. Maya Fey. Pearls couldn't do it, and Misty Fey is gone. The only possibility left?
Maya.
Yep. Dahlia Hawthorne, the person channeling you right now must be Maya Fey. How could that be? Yeah, her goal was to kill Maya Fey. That's what she said. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone who tried to kill her, well, what would happen? The judge is a little confused. Alright, shall we explain? What I'm gonna about is the reason Maya channeled you. And there's only one reason. To protect herself from you. Wow. Yeah, Maya did that to protect herself from Dahlia. By channeling the person who tried to kill her, she's protecting herself from that person. So the only problem became, where would be the safest place to hide? Yep. She hid herself in Yeah, that's when she channeled her. Yeah, at this time you thought Pearl channeled you, but you're wrong. That's why it never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place was you. It's the truth that... Oh my god, look at her face!
Yeesh.
She didn't kill herself. It would have been impossible for her to jump into the Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape for open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple. She doesn't want to believe us? Who could have given that brilliant idea? And look who shows up! Yep, Mia Fey herself.
Mia!
Haha. Wow, Godot. Wow, Godot just realized. How does she... Oh, what are you doing here? Yep, Pearl is channeling her. There's your other evidence, Dahlia. Pearl is channeling Mia. Alright. Think back on the night one more time, okay? You had just cornered Maya in the inner temple garden. And then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness. True, true. No, she was not... Actually... Maya's lost consciousness at the same time as you? Oh?
What?
Okay, let's see what happens. When she woke up, she was in the training hall. Got it? That's when Maya decided she needed help. So she channeled Mia. She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked Mia what she thought she should do. Alright? So she wrote a memo for Mia, channeled her, and then... Of course, she didn't have all the details, but... One thing was perfectly clear. And that was... She knew she couldn't be allowed to wander free. She couldn't allow Dahlia to wander free. Alright? She wrote down two things that Maya had to do. Alright, listen well. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock herself in the secret cavern until help arrived. Yeah, so Maya was the one who put the lock and then channeled Dahlia. Why did she do that? If she hadn't done it, Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else. By Pearl. Yep. Pearl didn't properly understand the plan. All she was trying to do was follow her mother's instructions. And if she had succeeded, things would have turned out very badly. It would have turned out for Maya. Yeah, Dahlia would have used Pearl's face body and killed Maya. Wow. Now that's a big twist. Yeah, just admit it, Dahlia. Your little plan was nothing but a big failure. Another failure to add to the pile of shame. Oh? Listen well. Alright, think about it. All of your past crimes, not a single one of them was a success. All of them ended in failure. Okay, okay, let's recap. 11 years ago. The fake kidnapping. Her very first crime. She dove into the Eagle River with the diamonds. But after Terry Falls escaped and went to meet with Valerie Hawthorne, the truth was exposed. Okay, listen well. 1 year later, she tried to kill Phoenix. Well, of course, Phoenix is still alive, but Doc Swallow paid the price. You end up killing someone else. And then she was found guilty and sentenced to death. Yeah, it's one stupid move after another, but it's no longer funny. Oh, we'll smile all the way. And then this, you messed up again. You let Maya Fey escape, and even though she was right there in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's screaming Mia's name again. Yeah, true, if it weren't for Mia, all that wouldn't have happened to her. But you finally understand, Dahlia. You will never defeat Mia, no matter what it takes, even alive or dead. Whether you're alive, death, or somewhere in between, you will never defeat Mia. And as long as she's around, she's destined to lose for all eternity. And what she said early in the trailer, there's no way we could punish you, because you were already dead. However, even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, lives on forever. And that's very true. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. Listen well to Mia's words. For all eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne, a miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win at anything. You heard those words. And for that, and for her, there is no escape from that. No hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you has burned to a crisp. Oh, oh, here it comes.
Why is everything shaking? Oh my god, we're going gaster here!
It no longer matters. Phoenix words. It doesn't care whether you win or he doesn't care whether he wins or loses. The only thing we want is for you to come out of Maya's body right now. And here comes the epic breakdown.
Yeah.
Dahlia's
gone! Fuck!
Yes, you are ready, Dahlia. Burn in the fires of the Fane family. Just... wow. And with that, Maya's back with us. Are you okay, Maya? Oh my god. After channeling Dahlia for such a long time, she really looks exhausted. Alright then. And here's the real Iris. She was just rescued from the secret cavern. Well. But yeah, everything has finally been cleared up. What happened to the real Dahlia Hawthorne? If you ask me, it looks like she went back to hell to the hell she came from. Well said. Wow.
Well said, Godot.
But yeah, Misty Faye wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya, as well as Pearl. They were also victims of this wicked, selfish plan. The tragedy of Medium Valley has come to an end.
Wait.
Yeah, let's never channel Dahlia ever again. What? What is it?
I hate to rain on the parade.
Huh? Actually, it's almost weird how comfortable the judge is doing with the concept now. To be frank, his younger brother is quite judgmental. Apparently he studies about it. At least he studies about everything about the Kurain channeling technique. Well, I guess he's used to it.
Well, after this...
Alright then. That's amazing, Judge. We never thought of it that way. Alright then. In the case of Iris of Hazakura Temple... Wait. Hold on.
Yeah, even Godot's pointing that out.
I think it's not over just yet.
Like I said.
Hang on. The trial is not over yet. We still haven't established who did kill Elise.
Exactly.
But yeah, something happened to Dahlia. Apparently, something happened to Dahlia that made her faint.
Exactly.
And Elise was still channeling Dahlia, so someone killed. So someone killed Dahlia, aka someone killed Elise while she was channeling Dahlia. That's why the suspicion is now pointing at Maya. So yeah, Maya is once again accused of murder, and it's our job to help her. Again.
Seriously, can we have two games where she's not trying to be killed, or judged to be the killer?
That is true. Poor Maya. I mean, we all love her, but she needs to be careful of where she is, because this is the first time in her life where she was accused of murder.
I mean, it's not like it's gonna be the fourth. It's not like she's gonna go to another country and get that. Oh God, I remember.
Yeah, it did happen again in another case, but let's just focus on this one. But yeah, we need to find evidence to prove both Dahlia and Maya's innocence. No, not Dahlia. Iris and Maya's innocence.
Answer your question, Paulo. Apparently, either A, Phoenix is really
final witness?
bad luck that he. What?
Apparently, there's one final witness. Wait, is he trying to call out Maya to the stand?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there's only one person who saw the whole event happening. And that is Maya.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, for the first time in the series, we have to hear Maya's testimony. We need to do a battle of wits against Maya. This is gonna be emotional. I hope Maya is okay with this.
Get up, Paulo. We're gonna need your help for this one, then.
The trial isn't over yet until we clear all the loose ends.
Yes.
Godot's got a point. That's not gonna happen this time. We're gonna have to do this by ourselves. Well, I think Maya can rest now. Mia, not Maya, sorry. Alright then. Poor Iris. She suffered so much because of her sister. You're right, she never had a chance to talk. They already switched places that time. That's why she never had a chance to talk to her. She wanted to be with us in the defense tent, but because of what happened with Dahlia, that happened. Everything changed. Okay, but yeah, why did you help out your sister? Exactly. She felt sorry for Dahlia?
What?
She was abandoned by her mother and never got any love from her father either. That's true, but it was the same for you, my Iris.
Exactly.
But at least she had Sister Bikini, who was like a mother to her. That is true. Maybe Dahlia wouldn't have suffered that much. Wow. Iris... Looks like Iris really did care for Dahlia. So she helped out in the fake kidnapping? Hang on. Why did she help in that way?
Yeah, that does bring a good question. How?
Hold on, what? But as usual, she was too cowardly, and at the last minute she ran away. And because of that, this happened. No wonder Dahlia felt a bit betrayed. And that's the case that Mia got wounded, and got involved with Dahlia. Of course, it didn't end there. And people suspected that she was involved in a murder. 2 defense attorneys, Mia Fey and Diego Armando. And then Dahlia poisoned Diego Armando, who was getting too close to the truth. And of course, Dahlia tried to kill Phoenix. That's... wow. One more thing she has to ask, okay? Let's hear it. On the night of the murder, the person that cleaned up the corpse of the victim, at least stoning him, was it really you? Yeah, I thought so. So after the lights rang out... Okay, she received a call at 10:30 from her phone. There's a problem. Come to the inner temple right away. She got in the snowmobile and headed for the inner temple. But... yeah, the burning bridge. She couldn't cross it. And then she got another call. We can't just leave the body here. So you've got to do this exactly as I say, got it? Who said that? And that's when the pendulum trick happened.
Oh, there was.
So yeah, Iris was the accomplice, but she didn't know what happened. And the murder weapon was left in her body, so she wouldn't bleed so much. It was a staff. So that's what.
Right.
The blade was stuck in her body. Yeah, the actual weapon was the staff, and it was left in her body, so the blood would stay in her body. And that's when she brought the body back in the Hazakura temple, and proceeded to tamper with the crime scene. Yeah, why did you alter the body? She didn't want anyone to know that the staff was the murder weapon. And didn't want anything that will lead to back to Misty Faye. That's why she dressed her in a robe and stabbed her with shishito. And then wiped off the blood from the staff's blade and left it next to the ground. One last thing. The name of the person that called your cell phone. The real killer. She can't do that?
What?
Apparently she can't tell us who the killer is. Looks like we don't have... Looks like we... Wait, the judge has questions to Iris about Dahlia? Okay then. There's something Iris wants to tell us? But I guess we'll find out after the trial. So yeah, she cooperated with the real killer. From the very beginning. Oh, Mia! Oh yeah, how's Maya doing? Okay, she doesn't have any physical injuries, that's good.
That's good.
But emotionally, yeah. After everything that happened all the time. Did she learn? Yeah. Apparently Mia told her. Looks like there's no reason to keep it as a secret anymore. Even Mia knows she could take it. The trial's about to start. We don't know who the killer is, but... That night, the victim was killed in the garden of the inner temple, and the criminal wasn't just there by accident, which means that the killer knew of Dahlia's plan from the very beginning. And one more thing, the victim was moved to the Hasakura temple site by a pendulum. In other words, the criminal couldn't cross the bridge, so they were stuck in the inner temple site for almost an entire day. That's true. So the culprit was someone that wasn't in Harasakura Temple the following day. Alright. It looks like Mia's not gonna help us in this case. This is something that Phoenix has to do on his own. And I can understand that. Godot did challenge her, and he wanted to win this fair and square. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Alright then, Phoenix, time to prove it. All by yourself. Prove that you're the character that I admired from the start. Prove to me and to my friends why you're my number one favorite attorney. Let's do this. Final part. Here we are, back in court. Before we proceed any further... Oh! The test's on the tip of the blood.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, let's hear it. Yeah, we almost forgot about it. At least that's what Godot said. That's the weapon that Maya used to kill the victim, but what are the results? Due to the time constraints, a full test was impossible. However, one thing we can say with certainty. The blood on the dagger was not the victim's blood. So it's not the... Alright then, so we know that Misty's blood wasn't on the dagger. The question is, whose was it? Well, we'll find out soon. Yeah, the trial's rapidly coming to a close. We need to show our firm evidence with our claims. Okay then. We need to finish this quickly. For everyone's sake. Here we go. Maya,
right.
Be strong for us, okay? Maya Faye. Her profession is... Assistant Manager at Writer Company Law Offices. Alright then. Yeah, that's true. She's... Maya, don't say that. Alright, let's just keep going. When the event occurred, you were in the garden of the inner temple. And? You witnessed the moment of Miss Elise Stonham's murder. Is that correct? Maya?
Objection!
She said that she didn't see anything. Come on, Maya, you have... Even Godot wants her to testify. Come on. Maya, be strong for us, okay?
Always trying.
Alright then. Alright then. Let's hear the testimony on the night of the crime. Okay, Maya? Let's do this. I've never seen Maya quite this sad before. Unless the time where Mia was killed. Alright then. She was passing through the garden on the way to a spare prep room when it happened. Suddenly, someone struck her over the head. She stumbled and ended up against the stone lantern. She thought she screamed, "Help me." Then something warm splashed over her. That's when she lost consciousness. She was struck in the head? Could have been the staff? Was it Dahlia Hawthorne? She couldn't see. Okay, think hard. She must have been hit in the back. Statement 4? Okay. Alright. Alright then, time to cross-examine. Hang in there, Maya. Yes, she looks very, very weak. Emotionally, not physically. 1, 2, 3, 4. She screamed, "Help me." You thought you screamed, but you're not sure? She was a complete wreck. It was dark and she couldn't see her attacker. Was it a man, a woman, or an adult or a child? She had no idea. She was scared out of her wits. Okay. She thought this person would attack her, so she's pretty much sure she screamed. Okay. I wonder what she meant by last hope. What did she scream, or her last hope? The last hope part? Okay.
I agree.
Wait a minute, Maya. What is this my last hope stuff? Oh, she realized. No, your last hope, not Phoenix's. Alright. Yeah, you were facing an attacker that you couldn't see and you screamed, right? You screamed, "Help me." But you testified that you screamed because you thought it was your last hope. Well? What do you call it when that happens? Yeah, she's not doing so well up there. Oh, that's right. She remembers? She was facing her attacker, but that's not who she was screaming at? What do you mean? It was the person behind her attacker that she was yelling at?
What? So there was somebody else there.
Someone was there? Hang on. Maya, you said something. Behind the attacker there was another person? She meant to keep that part a secret? Hang on. Okay, hold on. Don't hide things, Maya. This is vital to the case. Add it to your testimony. She could see a man behind her attacker by the light of some lantern. It was a man?
Wait. That's the sound lane. Some statement.
By the light of the stone lantern. But wait. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, remember somebody said...
Yeah, the lantern wasn't lit in the night of the crime. There we go. But hold on. That man, he has to be the killer. He stabbed her from behind. He was the one who killed Ellie Stoneham. Otherwise, Misty Faye. But Maya, you know who killed your mother, don't you? Hang on. She isn't shocked and confused. That's why she hasn't noticed the huge problem with her testimony. The lantern. The lamp. On night of the crime, the stone lantern was out of commission. Yep. Because there was no light anywhere in the garden that night. Care to explain this, Godot? Add the pureness of milk to the perfect clear darkness of coffee. Stir. Are you talking about milk? Are you talking about cafe au lait? That is the state of the witness' mind right now. A cup of cafe au lait. Have you not have cafe au lait?
I think it... if you
out of all
with cream in it, then yes.
I will say, the only coffee I could handle is cafe au lait.
I don't know why you say that. A nice rich cup of black coffee tastes delicious.
Maybe it's because I couldn't handle how bitter it is. That's why.
And that's why the mysteries of its black deliciousness is never going to be a part of your...
Anyway, hold on. If there was truly no light in the garden, there's a fatal contradiction in the witness's last bit of testimony. Okay, let's see. We called the witness statement about her attacker. She said she didn't know it was a man or a woman. But and yet, she stated that she could describe that it was a man. Well, Maya, in other words, that would have meant that Maya actually saw the mystery person, despite being so dark. Come on, Maya, you need to come clean.
Objection!
How could she see the killer in pitch-black conditions? Hang on. How could she have seen in the dark?
Objection!
Hang on. There were some things that you can only see in the dark. Yeah, you did see who was the killer in the dark, and now you're trying to cover for him. Hello.
What?
Okay. You know who the man is, Maya. Maya's trying to protect that person. Alright, let's hear it. It was pitch black, so what could a witness see? Maya's begging us to not say it. And I think I know why. Whoever killed her Misty, her mother, who was channeling Dahlia, was protecting her. And because of that, she's trying to keep the secret of who the killer is by herself in order to save him. Like she owes him. Alright then. But we need to do what we have to do. Find the truth. Who was this person did you say Miss Faye saw in the darkness? Well, there is one thing for sure. Do you remember a specific case where we saw someone where the court was very dark and you saw something bright?
Yeah.
Him.
Mr. Godot?
Godot. All right, let's do a little experiment. I think so. The court would like to see how it's possible. All right. Okay, it's easy. Let's recreate the conditions of that night. The defense officially requests that all the lights in this courtroom must be turned off. Now watch closely. The judge noticed. Look at the visor. The visor on Godot's face. That's true. What Umaya saw, it was Godot.
How was he there?
I guess we're about to find out. Well, Godot, do you have any evidence to counter that claim? Do you deny it? Wait, why are you asking it? Why are you... What do you mean you're asking the wrong person? The witness? Well, Maya, did you... Is that what you saw? Three glowing red lights? Maya's still denying it. She wants to protect Godot. She's trying so hard to protect Godot because she saved her.
Objection!
Hang on.
Different reasons?
Hang on, let's hear this. Okay, so let's hear it. Let's continue the testimony then. How did you know that the killer was a man? Alright, let's see it. Let's hear what she has to say. When she came to, she was just lying there on the training hall floor. By the time she got back into the garden, the place had totally changed. The torches were lit and the body was gone. All the snow around the stone lantern had been carefully cleaned up, too. Since the person did all that work alone, she assumed it was a man. I don't know. If it was to alter the crime... Hang on a second. You recall, if the killer did try to alter the crime, why didn't he do anything about the bloody writing?
You're right about that.
And all the snow around it. It was like, sure, it was a reason to clear out the blood, but why couldn't he do it just the part where the blood was? Because Godot can't see red.
Red, right.
That's why he did it all around the lantern, because he couldn't see the blood. Hang on, let's see. In the training hall floor, by the time she got back to the garden, the place had only changed. The torches were lit and the body was gone. And all the snow around the storm line had clearly to clean up too.
That's on statement 3.
Statement 3? Where does it say that? Okay. 1, 2, 3. The torches were lit and the body was gone. Hang on. Yeah, where were the torches lit? Okay. It was the killer who lit the torches. Who else could it be? If that's true, there's one thing that still bothers him. Why did the killer go to the effort of moving the body? That is true, okay. All the snow around the storm ledger had been carefully cleaned up too. Hang on, let's press this. So you're saying the killer cleaned up the snow, and it did look odd. Yeah, it was removed like in a rectangular. It's not just in the part where the blood is.
is alive.
Okay. Why on earth would anyone would take the snow away? Yeah, a lot of the victims' blood was sprayed onto the snow. The area she collapsed in ended up being splattered. In other words, the killer's purpose was to hide the bloody snow. That is true.
Killua, present statement 2 after.
Okay. Yeah, there was no need to remove that amount. You could have scooped up just the snow that was stained with blood. Alright? Press on statement 2. Okay, let's see that. Naturally, the killer must have done it, right? But why would the killer tamper with the crime scene like that? It must have been something that the killer desperately wanted to hide. Well, when she saw the crime scene, she felt something. Okay. She felt like the killer was hiding the evidence for her sake? Everyone knew she was the only one in the inner temple that night. If Sister Bikimi had come back and looked at the garden, yes, she would have... That's true. She would have thought that it had been Maya to do it.
Right. So far following.
And that's why the killer cleaned up the crime scene to make it look like nothing had happened?
That makes no sense. Why would the killer do that?
Hold on, but she didn't completely cover up, because if you recall, the lamp had the name Maya on it.
If we even call it that, seriously.
There we go, the stone lantern, once again. Yeah, the body of Elise Stoneham was carried all the way to Hazakura Temple. Then at the garden, the real scene of the crime, the snow that we suspect was covered in blood was scooped and removed.
Yep, you got that.
Yeah, it was all an attempt to hide the true crime scene, but however, the one matter that seems somewhat odd, the lamp. Come on, Godot. The message written in blood on the lantern. It was written very clearly on the wine-stowed lantern. Maya. If the killer was so motivated to protect Maya from suspicion, why didn't they wipe the writing off the lantern? Well, you recall, Godot can't see red.
Right.
In fact, from the visor, all he could see is red, and since red is over the white, he couldn't see the red on the white. It also doesn't make much sense to move the body and remove the bloody snow. Then not wipe the most incriminating thing of all, the bloody writing. But if that's the case, Godot, do you have an explanation for the killer's mysterious behavior? Yes? Why would the killer move the body and remove all the snow, but then leave the bloody writing on the lantern? Yeah, the killer left behind writing on the pattern. And the reason is... Okay. Why did the killer leave the message on the... The killer didn't notice it.
Yep.
Exactly. Because earlier in the trial, he gave him some good advice. Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. Yep. The real killer wanted to disguise the fact that a crime had occurred there. But if that's the case, they wouldn't have left the bloody writing on the stone lantern on purpose. It must mean that they didn't notice it. Yeah, there's no way any normal person would miss something like that.
Right?
That's true. But only one person in this incident who could have missed seeing the bloody writing altogether. It's Godot. Again. Because if you recall, this is what she said yesterday. My eyesight, and I quote, "My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on his head, he still can't see everything."
Right.
Yep. Alright, as you can see, the lantern was submitted as evidence today. And if you think back to the moment it was first presented, Godot was acting really strange. According to him, he claims that the lantern is clean as a whistle. When it's true, it's not. There are certain colors he can't see. He can't see the red on the white background. And it happened once before during the poisoning kiss at Trevian. He presented the apron, which was stained with ketchup, but all he could see is the coffee on it. Yeah, why have you not displayed the blood stain to the court? That's what he said. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. According to him, no one told him about the blood stain. It clearly explains that he can't see red or white.
Right?
Well, Godot, what do you have to say to that? In a black and white photo, those letters would have appeared black to him. That is true. If the photo was in black and white, at least he could have seen it. Am I right?
Alright.
Yet he can't see the red writing on the lantern. That's the reason why he doesn't drink red tea? What does that have to do with anything? So Prosecutor Godot could be the murderer. But no going back now. We finally figured out the truth. But Maya is defending him still. Yep, the defense at this time formally accuses you, the murderer of Miss Elise Donham, also known as Misty Faye. Well, what do you have to say, Godot? Okay, what is it? How does the little graffiti make you the killer? It's not like it's your name written there. That's true. But I'm certain that the killer wasn't able to see the color red. Yep. The answer is right there at the crime scene. In the snow. Yep. For example, why did the killer move all that snow? Even the owner said it himself. If he wanted to hide the bloody snow, why not just take that area? Right?
Right.
But but because Godot couldn't see the blood on the snow, he had no choice but to get all the snow around it.
Right.
Because he couldn't be sure where the blood had landed. Hello, the torches were lit, remember? If the torches were lit, he could see very well. Care to explain this, Godot? Maya just said hold it.
Uh-oh.
She's still wanting to defend him. He didn't even come to the inner temple. What do you mean? Until 2 days after the murder took place.
Objection!
Wait, what? Huh? Even Godot is objecting her? You can't testify to something like that. Whoa, okay, easy, Godot. After the murder happened, you didn't even exist. Oh, right. Because she was channeling Dahlia.
Right.
After the murder, Demetrius was unconscious for a long time. Because she was channeling Dahlia Hawthorne. That's why she didn't notice. What is it, Maya? Come on. She really is planning to cover for Godot no matter the cost. But you left us no choice, Maya. Let's hear her testimony one more time. If it means we're going to hear the whole truth, I say we should not silence her.
Agreed.
Let's do this. Alright then. So what did happen at the inner temple after the murder? After she woke up, she began channeling her, and her spirit left her, as it were. But Pearl was there at the inner temple too? Okay, let's hear that. Pearl was also stuck at the inner temple side that night. The next morning, she looked around, but she couldn't find anyone. The next day, when the bridge was finally fixed, she was in the spare prep room. That's when Godot arrived at the inner temple for the first time. She found Pearl first and cheered her right up. How would she know that?
Yeah.
Pearl Faye. Yeah, when did you hear about this? A while ago when she was in the medical office. Yeah, this is not very good for a testimony.
Press statement 5.
Press statement 5, alright. The prosecution has no objection? Alright then. Yeah, I don't have any objections. Yeah, let's get this cross-examination started. Here we go. Statement 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pressing statement 5. Here we go. You cheered her up? That's what Pearl said. She said he was a nice older gentleman. Okay. And here I thought you were nothing more than a coffee addict. Okay then. Is he going over the garden to find two combos? So he decided to carry an investigation in his own way. Godot style.
Godot style?
Just style, really? Maybe I should ask some questions Phoenix style. Cheering Pearls up or Godot's investigation?
I think I'm about to confuse I'm about to confuse Boundary Break and Anime Freak style.
Godot's investigation, alright? Yeah, you said you conducted an investigation on your own. What did you find anything? Okay. You didn't miss the bloody writing on the lantern. Okay. The only odd thing that he discovered was the beauty in the training hall? Who? Misty Faye?
Oh.
Clad in her stunning Japanese garb surrounded by a hue of Roman Western. Okay. Wait, hold on. What do you mean? Okay, so you were headed for the prep room? Wait a minute. What did Godot say just now? Okay. He said the hanging scroll on statement 4. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Alright. Godot, the first time you crossed Dusky Bridge and went to the inner temple was long before the murder took place. Yep. Alright, you listen? Because
Yeah,
he just
I
made
got
one fatal slip-up. The hanging scroll in the train car. Yeah, he mentioned something about the aroma. Yeah, yes, it does show a picture of her mother. But here's something that you didn't know. By the time the bridge had been repaired 2 years after the murder, the hanging scroll in the training car looked like this. What's that wonderfully delicious smell? Yep, someone covered it with gravy.
Would it even smell that good anymore?
I don't know. Well, Godot, if you really hadn't seen that hanging scroll until after the murder, you wouldn't have any way of knowing that there was Misty Faye.
I'm actually say it's a gravy now.
Oh, come on, what is it, Maya? Yeah, there's a crest, that's true. The mark of the master. then you could have guessed it was a picture of Misty Faye, but no. True, but Mr. Godot described what was underneath like this. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western tastes. That's what he said. It's possible that he knew what the crest meant, but he could not know that she was wearing Japanese clothing. That's true. You were hiding in the inner temple long before the crime took place. What do you have to say to that, Godot? What is he gonna ask this time? This whole theory of yours, it all rests on a certain assumption. That he knew beforehand that a crime was gonna be committed.
He's right.
I think he would know. Yeah, Godot must... Another person knew of the plan? It would have been Iris, right? The burned letter. Oh!
Hey, you can clue me in, because I'm not getting it.
Okay. It was planned over a year ago. Morgan Fate offered her the plan to her daughter's future, and these instructions were hidden somewhere in the Fate Manor for a year. However, by the time Pearls found these instructions, they had already been unsealed.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. The killer had read these instructions long before Pearls ever found them. And that's how he knew the crime was to take place at the Inner Temple. Yep, we're insisting that you're the one who found it. Yes, they were hidden. But Godot would have known it. If he really wanted to know, he had one great chance to find out. During a visit. Yeah, because Morgan Fate told her daughter Pearl about where the instructions were hidden. During one of her visits to the detention centers. Hello.
Or Katie.
That would be the only time for someone to have learned where they have hidden. Yeah, he was eavesdropping.
Oh?
It could have been reached if you were someone with easy access in and out of there. So Godot would have eavesdropped. You just watched the tapes, the top 15 Ace Attorneys list? I see. Yeah, you're under fire again, Godot. It could not have been carried out without prior knowledge. And you were the only one who could have acquired this information before the murder. What do you have to say to that? And yet, at the same time, we're fascinated and bewitched by it. Okay, what could you explain to that?
Yeah, please do.
What does that mean? It means there's a reason for everything. According to the theory, the killer in this case eavesdropped on a conversation during a jail visit where he learned about a hidden plan for a crime. And after discovering the plans, he hid in the inner temple and waited for the crime to occur. Yep. Then he ultimately took a person's life. And he did all just to protect this witness. Yep, that's all we're saying. If you're accusing me of the crime, I have to ask you, why would I do this? The girl is nothing but a stranger to you? He has a point. He would have no reason to protect her. But I think you have a connection. Hang on. Yeah, it may seem unnatural, but I have a feeling. You had a good reason, didn't you, Mr. Godot? An unshakable reason that forced you to protect this witness at all costs. Yeah, we figured it out. Yeah, she was doing her best to cover for Godot, and for that same reason as well. Okay? I'm ready. I'm all ears. Let's hear it. It's very simple. Maya Fey is a lot more than just a stranger to you. There's one person who lies at the very center of this whole story. The one person that ties you and Maya forever. And that's Mia. There's a very good reason why Maya's life is so precious to you. After all, she is Mia Fey's only sister. Yeah, even Maya realizes. And you once worked alongside her. That was when you were a defense attorney. Was a defense attorney, to be exact. Yeah, the real name this man calls himself Godot. Diego Armando. It was him all along. Am I wrong, Godot? The last time someone called me by that name was over 6 years ago. Yep. It should ring a bell to you, Your Honor. It is all related to the poisoning case. It was Mia's first time in court that a tragedy that left a deep wound in her heart. It was all because of Dahlia. But she couldn't tear off that disguise. But one man reached out to help her. Diego Armando, a senior defense attorney. You recall what he did? That badass thing he did at the end of that case?
Yep.
And a line that I loved to hear. The only time a lawyer can cry, it's when it's all over. She was moved by her. The way she put all her faith in her clients, that pure sweetheart of hers. That's why he could never forgive Dahlia. That's why he and Mia investigated that fake kidnapping. And on the fateful day, Dahlia met up with Diego. 6 months since that trial. And in the courthouse cafeteria. Yep, Diego was poisoned.
That's right.
Even he never saw it coming. He slipped some poison into his coffee. But very little information about the case was released. All because of what she did. But he wasn't exactly dead. It was just in a he was in a deep coma. That explains. And it really did a number on his central nervous system. He lost his sight, and his hair turned white due to the damage it caused. Yep, it was very terrible. It's a miracle that he regained consciousness, that's for sure. For 5 years. Then one morning, his eyes flew open. Yep. But the worst possible news came waiting for him. That Mia was killed. Poor guy. The woman he loved had been murdered. And the woman he loathed had been sentenced to death. Yep, Dahlia Hawthorne. Well,
Antoinette syndrome?
Okay then. And yeah, she got her revenge before she even checked out. Poor Godot. He suffered a very tragic life. There were only 2 reasons left to live. And it was for those 2 reasons that he decided to become a prosecutor. Alright, let's hear his 2 reasons. The first reason is Phoenix.
Phoenix?
If he hadn't drank that poison, Mia Fey would have never died, much less the way she did. And Phoenix was the only one left to protect her. But according to him, he let her die. But it wasn't exactly like that. He wanted to see for himself what kind of man Phoenix was. That's why he became a prosecutor. And the other reason for living? Maya Fey. He wanted to protect her. The only way he could make up for the sin of not sending Mia. And yes, Morgan Fey was planning something. He wanted to protect her. He wanted to protect Maya from her. That's why his role as a prosecutor was when he overheard the Morgan's plan. He could have access to all of those. So he planned this all. And his goal was to outwit the plan. That would make sense. If Pearls had known that the actual purpose of the plan was to kill Maya, she never would have helped out. That is true, the poor girl. And then the day of the plan was drawing near. And he contacted both accomplices. Plural. First is Iris and Misty Fey.
What?
Yes. He planned it all with both Iris and Misty. And he planned for Iris to take the fall in his backup plan in case they couldn't control Pearl. Yeah, how did you contact Misty? Because she has been missing for almost 20 years.
Yeah, I agree with that. How did you?
Officially? Hang on.
Officially.
About the strong ties between the main family and the government. Huh. Bikini did say something like that. That she was the master of Khura'in, the master of Khura'in had great authority. Even without her official position, Misty Fey still wielded great influence. The police have been keeping an eye on her movements all the time. I see. That's how he contacted her. Because of his position as prosecutor. Now we know why he becoming a prosecutor wasn't just for Phoenix. It was all to protect Maya. Just wow. Yes, Misty cooperated with Godot. And like Godot say, no matter how far away she was from Maya, she never stopped thinking about her. Wow. That's why he knew she would do anything to protect her. The staff? The day the plan was to be carried out arrived soon enough. They met for the first time at Hazakura Temple. That's when her mother showed her the special staff. That's when he realized how far she was willing to go. She was ready to use that sword to protect Maya from Morgan Fey, if necessary. Even if it meant paying the ultimate price. I see. It was all planned out. Misty channeled Dahlia, knowing she must be stopped, and Godot was there to protect her, to cut her down. There was one way to stop Morgan's evil plan. Yeah. They had to make sure she didn't channel Dahlia Hawthorne. That's why Misty was trying to connect with Pearl. She did that on purpose so she could mislead her. Exactly. However, she never showed up. She was worried and followed her. Exactly, Pearl was worried and followed her to the inner temple. That was the thing they were most afraid of, because Pearl was worried about Maya. That's why Misty had to do the channeling herself. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne into her own body. Because if she channeled the spirit first, Pearl wouldn't have been able to do it herself. And as a master of Korine, Misty Face power was supreme. And that's how it all went down. She channeled Dahlia so that Pearl Faye wouldn't be able to. Jesus, wow. And his role in the plan was to make sure no one was going to hurt Maya. And that's why he hid himself in the inner temple. Just in case he needed to be saved from Dahlia. But that's all he's going to admit. I think the rest is up to us to prove it. Yep, he's really putting us into a trial. Now it's up to us to uncover the rest. He's challenging us.
Oh boy.
Yep, there's only two possible suspects. Maya and Godot. It's time to prove who landed the final blow. We'll prove we're the real deal. Let's finish this on our own. Maya, we have to find the truth. She heard the whole thing in the medical office. She's doing whatever it takes to protect Godot. That is true. We all know that. But we have no choice. It doesn't absolve him of his crime. Just testify to us one last time. This is the last one.
Last
Yeah.
ride, huh?
Yep, that's right. Just tell us the whole truth, Maya, from your own lips. Yeah, because even if you do lie, we'll know. She's ready. Let's do this. The moments before she went unconscious. Alright, let's listen well. Just before it happened, she saw some red lights, 3 of them. She thought she'd ask for help, but just then, she was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead, though, and she struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly, the red lights went out, and the whole area was dark. Just at that moment, there was a horrible scream. Right after that, Dahlia collapsed, and she lost consciousness. Okay, I don't think she's lying now.
I don't think so either, but apparently from a pause says statement 5.
Alright then.
Press on it.
Very well. Let's press statement 5 then. Because she claimed what she saw, but I don't think she's lying. She's telling the truth. Yeah. Exactly. The rest is up to Phoenix. The final cross-examination begins now.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, it's better we save.
Agreed.
Hang on. I don't want to make a mistake, so it's better to save beforehand. Statement 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. There was a horrible scream. Here we go. Yeah, just at that moment? You mean the moment the red lights went out? Okay. And the scream that you heard, was it Dahlia? No, she doesn't think so. And it was a man's voice. Yep. Apparently Dahlia fought back. And the scream came from the killer. No, I don't think she took the blade No, I don't think Dahlia took the blade and used that. I think this is where the dagger comes in place.
I agree.
Hold on. Yeah. There's a contradiction. Here we go. But that interpretation would create an enormous contradiction. Yeah, remember the testimony that she gave. Before the killer let out a scream, that she already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade in the staff had already been plunged into the victim. Yep. She couldn't have struck back with a sword that was already stuck in her body. The weapon that caused the killer to let out a scream, it was something other than a staff. And that has to be the dagger.
Yep.
Yep. Alright, let's do it. And stab in the back with a staff. What could she have used to strike back at the killer? The dagger. Yep, the dagger that the killer brought to the scene of the crime. Even the judge forgot about it. Yeah, the dagger was found in the crime scene, stuck to a pine tree. And the detective found it this morning. However, we know that the blood test isn't exactly from the victims.
Exactly.
So Dahlia must have wounded the killer. Hello? Didn't we... Godot, have you forgotten that the blood wasn't the victim's? It was tested. It must have been the killer's blood. And he must have had a wound somewhere on his body. Yep. The blood on the dagger is, of course, from the killer, from Godot. We just need to prove where his wound is. He said nice theory, but we can prove it. Hang on. Well, what do you have to say, Godot? Okay, let's just say it turned out he was the killer. Yes? What do you mean do you think it would be stupid enough? Hey.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, it was found in the morning. Yes? But even so, he was the one who brought this dagger to the courtroom. That's true. What does that prove? If you really were the killer, you could have washed the blade off and planted another person's blood on it. I don't know. Something... That blood? How can you be sure it doesn't belong to you? How can you be sure it doesn't belong to you? Have you forgotten that you can't even see the blood?
Oh, that's right.
Wait, hold on. Maya said hold it. Wait, what is it? Wait, there's a contradiction in our explanation? What do you mean, Maya? This dagger? Yeah, it wounded the killer, that's what we said. But if Godot had been really cut with a dagger, his clothes should be bloody or have a rip in them. Maybe he just changed his clothes, duh. What do you mean it's not that simple? On the day of the murder, everyone that was in the inner temple got... Oh, that's right! Oh, she's got a point. Oh my god.
Ouch.
He wouldn't have it... He wouldn't... Exactly. He was already there waiting for them, and there was no blood. And he never had a chance to change his clothes. Oh my god, what is this?
Maya, what the hell are you doing?
Hang on. Maybe... I don't think he would bring a change of clothes with him, because no one could have predicted the lightning strike that shut down the bridge. That is true. Did the judge take smart pills during the last recess?
Right?
Alright. Really? It was freezing cold that night, Phoenix. Yeah, exactly. After a few minutes with no clothes on, you'll be frozen solid.
If that get worse stuff. Ugh.
Hang on, hang on. Hang on. Think, Phoenix. Think. Think outside the box. If Mia Fey were here, she would have closed this book on this case already. Exactly. Think like Mia. We can do it. I think Phoenix realized it. Yep. Yes, I can prove it. I think I know... Yeah, the question isn't whether I can prove it or not. You have to prove it. That's the only choice you have. You have to prove it. That's the spirit, Phoenix. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition just as you want it. Oh my god, that's the music from the first game. Are you listening?
Ooh, I'm listening.
Ho ho! Alright then. The unlimited penalty. We only have one shot. I remember this. Yep. But it's better to say just in case, of course. This is our only chance. Alright then. I've got the one piece of evidence I need. Now recall. I remember now. When the victim... Before Dahlia struck the killer, the lights... Or should I say, when Dahlia struck the killer, the lights were gone. Right?
That's right.
Now? Exactly. Think outside the box and approach this from a different angle. Let's do this. There's one thing you demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. It was proven by the blood on the dagger. Yeah, if he hadn't been cut by a dagger, there would have been a blood stain on his clothing. But no, there is one place. One place that the killer could have hidden this wound.
Behind his mask.
Exactly. Dahlia struck her in the face, and that's how the visor came off. Or should I say, that's how the visor turned off. He hid the wound out behind his mask. Where's this location you said the killer hid his wound? Godot's profile one last time. What do you mean you don't know what you're talking about? You're wrong. Oh? Look at that. Did you notice?
Whoa. Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah. Mia's living on through Phoenix. Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. Here it is. It's beneath your mask. Ho ho ho! The red lights given off by the killer disappeared, and seconds later, the killer let out a scream. And your mask went flying off your face. So, Godot, would you mind removing the mask so we can see that dagger wound? Here it is. I have no words to describe that. That was the final nail in the coffin. Here we go. Well, Godot? Just now, he saw her spirit in Phoenix. Yep. Even he noticed. He never liked Phoenix. 6 years ago, you helped the woman who put him to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison. And then, while he was sleeping, Phoenix let Mia die. That's what he said.
He did it.
But he didn't care. He kept on living his pathetic, happy-go-lucky life. That's what he thought. he can never forgive him. But he was wrong. He knew from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person he could never find in his heart to forgive. Yeah, it was Godot. Looks like even he himself failed to admit that he couldn't have the courage to. Okay, he couldn't protect Mia. It's hard to talk when this thing is just emotional, you know? He hid behind the mask, he threw away his true name, and he couldn't deal with being the defense attorney anymore. But you saved Maya. That's what he said. But up until now, what do you mean? If you really wanted to save Maya, then there's one person that should have gone and talked to you right away. Is it Phoenix? Yeah. But he didn't. He tried to get the help from Iris and Maya's mother. But he closed his eyes on the most important man involved. And the real reason? He wasn't really interested in saving Maya. Come on, Godot. He was just trying to salvage what's left on his own broken soul. He was trying to make up the fact that he couldn't save Mia? Come on, Godot, you know that's not true. Exactly. You put your life on the line to save Maya. What do you mean, was it real for Maya's sake? Even he's not sure? That night in the darkness of the garden, when he saw her silhouette, Dahlia's silhouette, a part of him must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing in front of him. But, yeah, it could have been Misty Faye, or even Pearl. But he still picked up the blade. It was like he was dreaming. He was still pissed off at Dahlia. He wasn't sure what was going on in his mind at that point. Was he really motivated to protect Maya Faye? Or was it something else? We may never know. Or was it the hatred for the woman who stole everything from him 6 years earlier? Could it have been revenge? And now he doesn't know anymore. Though he did learn something. He realized that he was the arrogant one. Jeez, the poor guy. But Phoenix was the one who made him realize the folly. What Phoenix never ran away from Mia's desire to help people. He picked it up where she left off. That was Phoenix's true intention. Wow. Olchen, what you said is exactly my opinion. While he is my second favorite attorney, he's also my top favorite prosecutor. Yep. His real name, Diego Armando. Wow, Maya. Oh. Is he bleeding? Or is he crying? In my world, the color red doesn't exist. These must be my tears. Wow. Ever since he woke up from his coma, he's been waiting for this very moment. And that's when this is it. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. He gave the same advice that he did to Mia. Just wow. Alright then. Yep, it's really all over. Iris? Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body and the crime scene is a serious offense in itself. At least Iris understands. She knew the risks, and yet she willingly cooperated. Well, at least her case is less severe. Is there anything you'd like to say, Iris? Oh, there is one thing.
Oh?
Oh, the thing she wanted to say to Phoenix. Okay. She wants to apologize? For what? For the case 5 years ago. For what happened between Dahlia and Phoenix? But she had no involvement. Phoenix wasn't poisoned, but it's, yeah, kind of something. Actually poisoned, well, not literally, but... how do you say? Figuratively. But yeah, apparently Dahlia did plan to kill him. It's not all that surprising. Wait, what do you mean what do you mean Dahlia and Phoenix never knew each other?
Huh?
You and Dahlia only met twice? Huh? What do you mean they only met? Wait a minute. The first time that Dahlia met Phoenix was on the day where she poisoned Diego Armando, and the next time was 8 months later, on the day that she stole the cold medicine. And Doc Swallow was killed. Hold on. Wait. For those 8 months, the woman that you thought was Dahlia Hawthorne wasn't actually Phoenix wasn't dating Dahlia. He was dating Iris. I hope one day you can forgive me. Oh my god. Yes. We just found out. Iris was the one dating Phoenix, not Dahlia. And she lied to him for 8 months. Was it? Well, Tanya, the love was a lie, but... Okay, but why would she do that? Ever since she gave you the bottle, she was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. That is true. But she couldn't move about freely because of the police and surveillance. She was prepared to kill... She wanted to kill Phoenix from the start? And she thought that she would find the truth. Oh my god. She didn't... Iris begged her not to do it and agreed to give her a chance. That's why she passed by as Dahlia to try to get the pendant back without killing Phoenix. But Phoenix was persistent. That is true. That's when Dahlia couldn't wait any longer. That's why she did what she had to do. This is just a big shock, even for me. Up until that day, you two were partners in crime, and she would confer with you. But she noticed. What did she notice? Her feelings for Phoenix. She would have done whatever was necessary to stop her if she had known of Dahlia's plan, even if it meant her life or Iris's. Wow. Iris really had feelings for Phoenix. Huh? What did Phoenix have to say? You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you. Wow, Phoenix. You see why he's my favorite character? Oh my god.
Yep.
I just have no words. How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. What is it? Right now? This one here is the greatest cup I've ever had. Don't you think so, Phoenix, right? It looks like he shared his last cup of coffee with Phoenix. Now that's respect. Yep, the purpose of the trial was to rule out the murder of the victim, Elise Donham. But she will be tried as her role for an accomplice in this case. But yeah, for the trial of murder, the defendant, Iris, is not guilty. There wasn't even a cheer or anything. Everyone is still flabbergasted. But yeah, although Iris will still find out herself guilty for being an accomplice, at least she won't be executed like her sister. But yeah. Oh, Mia. I bet she was watching the whole trial. But yeah, we couldn't even save Godot. Oh? We did save him? You save him in the only way possible. Huh. I think so. Maybe we didn't save Godot from being guilty of murder, but we did save him from his unending pain.
That's true.
Yep. And this is where Phoenix became a full-fledged attorney. Yep. And according to Mia, he accomplished something that Mia wasn't able to. And that is amazing. Oh, I hope we meet again, Mia, because we haven't seen you in so many games. Well, maybe in Ace Attorney 7, if it ever happens. What is it really meant to the... There's Maya. Are you okay? Wait, what did Mia say? That night when she channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do? This is what she wrote back in her notebook. Don't worry. Phoenix will save everyone in the end. There we go. That's the cheerful Maya we know and love. But yeah, everyone... Godot, Iris, Maya, and even Pearl was saved by Phoenix. That is amazing. Seriously, I like that smile of hers. It always brightens my day. Even if it's that smug look. What the hell? Seriously, Franziska?
What was that?
Oh my god, we were just having a lovely moment here. Even Edgeworth was there. Alright, no, Maya was never filled that Edgeworth was there. Yeah, Edgeworth and Franziska was helping Phoenix. Yeah, that's true. If Edgeworth and Franziska haven't been on the first day, he wouldn't have gotten this far. So yeah, Franziska did help out a bit.
In her own way.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Maya doesn't know that Phoenix was in a bad spot. Ouch. We definitely need more training. Huh? I don't suppose... Larry.
Ugh.
You know, for once, let's just accept it. You don't need to make that long face. You were of use, at least this time, Larry. Yeah, you have a place in this world, but just don't exaggerate. Oh, come on. Don't say that. Yeah, that's portraits. Yeah, isn't that right, Edgeworth? Come on, say it. Jeez, come. Of course, the moment he would ask Franziska, he would get the whip.
About time.
Oh, wait. Nevertheless.
Thank you.
And nevertheless, the effort he put into it is worth something. Don't bet on it, Larry. But if it wasn't for his drawing, we wouldn't have figured out the truth. So he did promise that. Wait, where is Pearl?
Yeah.
Where'd she go?
Where did she go?
Apparently Maya's gonna look for her. Okay. You okay, Edgeworth? Puzzled. Huh, actually you're right. How can... Yeah, we're wondering why is Mary so cheerful all of a sudden, despite all that happened. Edgeworth and Franziska are realizing that. Maya's a much wiser person than she appears, and she realizes something. Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can.
Yeah.
That's right, her mother is dead, and now she's the one who needs to be... Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. Someone else was more hurt by this than... Yeah, it has to be Pearl.
Yeah.
She's... Stop whipping us! She's being strong for Pearl. Yep.
Pearl.
Pearl Faye. Poor girl. Yeah, yeah, Pearl believed in her mother, but...
Yeah.
It was more... But she thought it was the best for Maya. She's truly devoted to her. But yeah, it's a cruel irony that her exuberance led to this tragedy. Yeah, that's true. That's exactly why Maya's putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Pearl's sake. Oh, where have you been, Gumshoe? Of course she would get the whip. So, what is it, Gumshoe? This and that. Well, he's saying our congratulations. Dinner's on you?
Really?
You...
Is it just ramen?
He made reservations as the first-class French... It better not be très bien.
No.
That whip possessor... Oh, come on, Franziska. Cut him some slack. First-class French restaurant. Is it... It is très bien. Nope.
Ew.
We're doomed. Wait, Maggie's back there?
Oh?
What? He's inviting Larry? Huh, Maya's taking a long time. Where is she?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Maya. Wait, what's wrong?
Uh-oh.
She can't find Pearl anywhere?
What?
I don't think she went back home.
You think
She
went
called her
back to the
village,
temple?
but no one has heard from her. That's weird. She has been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that befell Maya. That's true. What should we do? Hang on. You okay? Dude? Hello? Oh, I think he's a little away for a while, okay? That is Gumshoe? Could you guys go on ahead? Maya and I we'll join you guys once we find pearls. Looks like we're going on ahead. Okay then. Looks like Franziska's giving us a little push, okay. Where should we look? Apparently Phoenix knows where... Oh? Phoenix knows where she is. Okay, before I continue on, I'll be right back. I'm just going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Sorry about that. Hello? Elsa Olchan, don't spoil. This and that. It's just a little something.
Alright, sorry I'm back.
It's alright.
I went to the bathroom. Anyway.
Sorry about that.
Alright. Apparently pearls could be the Hazakura temple. Okay. Oh, there's Mr. Bikini. You thought you'd been eating mashed potatoes alone? Wait, Pearl is here? She's in the training hall. Okay. Let's see. Huh? Look at the hanging scroll.
Oh, it's clean.
Someone cleaned it off. I went, could it be Pearl? Oh!
I'm sure of that.
Speaking of Pearl, there she is. Where have you been? Poor girl. Oh, come on. Don't cry. You don't have to do that, Pearl. Of course, Maya said that her mother's gone, but she's still happy. But it's true. Yeah, the reason that she's still here is thanks to everyone who was there for her. Her sister, her mother, Diego Armando, Phoenix, and Pearl. It's thanks to all of them that Maya's still here. Mm-hmm. Well, Pearl? Oh? Sister Bikini is there. Your mother, Misty, was a strong woman indeed. She said that to her that night. After dishonoring the good name of Kurain, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya's always in my thoughts. It's true, she'll always be with me until the day I die. That's what she said. Her spirit was with... Maya's spirit was with her. That's why her... Elise was... Or Misty was so strong. And at the end, she had no regrets. I could tell. She'll always be with me until the day I die, huh? There's a rule or something all masters are to follow. To never take the charm off until the day you die. Yeah, that's the talisman.
So,
The thing that Misty kept to her heart or would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important. It was the contents? Hello? Something's in there. It's a photo.
Oh.
I think we're about to see what the photo is. Or now or a little later, but we'll see. But what makes us humans is we fight for others. But who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? That is a true measure of what a human life is worth. The defense attorneys are worriers who are constantly challenged by that question. Aww. Apparently they have broken the urn earlier. But I have to admit, that is adorable. I never thought I'd say this, but it is cute. Well, yeah, everyone's waiting at Très Bien. Yeah, a lot of loose ends have been put to rest here.
Yeah.
What do you mean you can't? There we go. It's time for Maya to make a brand new start. And she'll be back there to train. Okay. She's very jolly, that sister.
Seriously, that laugh is perfect.
Yep. There's one thing that you don't get and probably don't want to, but what? Reservations are for training and fun and all, but why for 3? What? Wait, they want Phoenix to train with them? Wait, are we gonna get the infamous ha 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 that leads to an ejection? There we. Yeah, I think he's about to say it. You know, I was wondering if I could say just one little thing. Even Pearl is waiting to hear that part. All right, go ahead and say it. Well then, here goes nothing.
Objection!
There it is. Alright. We're about to see the credits and what happened to some of the characters after the events of the game. Okay, here's Maya. She's gonna work extra hard now. Master of Korine and Officer Manager of Writing Company Offices. And be a good big sister to Pearl. As long as you're not locked up or captured. Oh boy. Try not to be that way.
Oh, trust me, Maya. You have a lot more work than your future, I bet.
Phoenix is my knight in shiny armor. Oh, he actually did the special course? Oh my god, how did he last it that long? No, Pearl, don't. One reservation, it was enough. Oh, Gumshoe is with another coat. Wait, Maggie bought him that coat? That's nice of her.
Oh.
A dirty, shabby old overcoat is more detective-like. Gumshoe and Maggie sitting in a tree. Kissing. Let's see if we see what the other characters are doing. Oh, Adrian. She's once again in her depth. The Treasures of Korine exhibit was a success. Franziska taught her how to use a whip? Oh god.
Oh my.
I don't want to even think that. Oh, how is Rondelite doing? She's starting a company called Mask Consultation? We're dedicated to stopping the evil plans of crimes all over the city. Our motto is cut it out, please. He also sells plans to the criminals as kind of a reminder? What? Seriously, how does a guy like him get to be so lucky with a hot wife like her?
I know.
Oh, how's Viola doing? She wanted to show her appreciation for Mr. Wright for exterminating Don Tigre. She lent him $500,000 in a tea set?
What?
One mixed with her own two hands? Okay. If that lending doesn't cause any troubles, then I guess that's fine. But seriously,
Well,
what is the old man doing? I'm just swollen in the way. A wrinkly, crumply clown knows with the flesh. That's what you thought, but his grandkids give him a birthday party? Aw, that's nice. Well, at least there's a good thing for the good old man.
Yeah, I guess.
Wait, Basil? What does she have to do? Abundance of work. They hired a new program to replace Glen Elk. Adamata? What?
What?
Well, good for you, I guess. Okay, what's Sister Bikini doing? Reporters. Since the murder they made so much money she hardly know what to do?
Oh?
Okay. She can hardly wait for Iris to come back. Speaking of which, how's Iris doing? I want to know how she's doing.
How is she?
Time to find out. Hold on, there's still a special thanks. Ah, there she is. It was so sweet of him to everyone to visit the other day. Oh, really? Poor guy. Oh, voices? Okay, who voiced Phoenix? Ben Grummet Judd. Okay. Edgeworth. Sound King. These are the voices of the characters from back then. Mia? Christina Catano. I don't recognize any of these voice actors. Godot? James C. Wilson. Okay.
Objection!
Franziska. Janet Zhu. Even Winston Payne. David Crislip. You must have a very high-pitched voice to have that noise. Oh? What? No. Old bag? Oh. I can't believe this. What? That's because you're... Yeah, you saw it. It's her.
I come back and next thing you know,
We got old bag in the... What? You just missed the voice actors, but that's okay. None of the voice actors we shown was someone we know. What are you doing, Larry? Something you love to do. Francie's whippity whip trip. You still managed to get her to model? I can't believe this.
Oh my!
Well, if you're good at drawing, then that's all for you, I guess. Let's see. Oh, wow. If Larry drew this, it's really good.
Larry drew something?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
You'll see the next one after. That's amazing.
My heart.
I know. And that is the end of the Phoenix Wright original trilogy.
Oh boy.
All right then. Shall we? Let's hear your opinion. What do you think about how the Phoenix Wright series was originally?
Well, what else? I mean, what else could be said?
A lot of good cases, a lot of great cases, a lot of fantastic characters.
Some better than others.
Yeah. But the story is mostly focused on the Faye family, as you may know.
Yeah.
I mean,
will admit, the stories were pretty okay. So here's my 2 cents then.
All right.
All right, here we go. So yeah, as you said, the stories are actually really good, like surprisingly good. And I'm glad that basically they're kind of at least gave some recognition for this series.
Exactly.
This is like really well done.
And people recognized it, and ever since, people have been. Now you see why so many people like to make memes out of the characters and everything with this. But yeah, when I played this originally, I was like, you know what? Because I've seen so many memes of this, I need to see how the game is like. And frankly, I was impressed, and I was engaged with the characters. I fell in love with some of them. I hated others. The stories and cases were well done, even though some were big flops. But other than that, the series as a whole just became one of my top favorites. And Phoenix are the characters that I really admire. Now let me hear your personal preferences about this. What do you think is the best case for you?
Let's see. If it was in terms of something like a case that actually shocked me and everything else, yeah, it would actually be the second case of the second game.
The second case of the case where Mia was arrested for something like that.
It's the first time done it, and I will admit the twist actually got to me, and it had a lot of heart to it.
That is amazing. Now, as for your least favorite,
I don't know which one, to be honest. Like, a lot of the cases were really good, but if I had to choose one that was like the weakest,
but yeah, if it was the weakest for me, I would have to say the Turnabout Big Top, aka the one with the circus. But that's just me. I never said I hated the case. I just think it was technically the weakest. For me,
then you'll hate what I'm gonna say then.
What is it?
Yeah. The Man Guard case is my weakest.
The what case?
The Man Guard one.
What do you think that was the weakest?
I wouldn't say it's the weakest. It's the one that made me feel like it could have been solved with one simple thing. Don't trust the person with the phone. I'm sorry. It just... It was just like... all this could have been already flat out said, okay, this is gonna be... Alright. Basically, in other words, for me, the main reason why it's the weakest is because I saw the plot twist coming from a mile away, but with freaking blinders on and saying, hello!
If you feel that way, I guess.
I know, just...
But yeah.
I know, my weird personality, I guess.
As for me, definitely the best case has to be the last one, Bridge to the Turnabout. It had a lot of great twists. It calls out to all the previous cases involved with the Faye family, and it just ended in one fell swoop. It tied up every single loose end involving the Faye family. Even involving the DL6 incident, which pretty much ended at the last case of the first game. Well, really, if you don't include the extra case.
Well, let's see. If it's like personal favorites, because yeah, if I had one that I really had enjoyment from, it was really hard. It's a really hard choice between this one and the extra case from the first game. Both I thought were really well done, and the characters I thought were actually engaging in those last ones. Plus, I agree with how you said with this one. It tied up all the loose ends.
Exactly. In terms of favorite characters, I could tell yours is still Edgeworth, right?
Edgeworth, Mia. If I had to make a top 3, Mia, Edgeworth.
And?
I don't know. I guess you could say I have to have a lot of heart.
A lot of heart, huh?
I can't help it. Just how contagious her smile was, how funny she was.
Right. Well, it was a fun experience this time. Now I don't know what series could we do together in the future, but maybe in the following weeks we could do like something together, like more Monster Hunter streams, or maybe something that we could play together or against each other. I guess in the future we'll see.
Yep.
But yeah. In terms of most hated characters?
Yeah. Well, I guess we could do that since we're finally finishing this all up.
If I have to pick a character that I hate the most in the Phoenix Wright series, well, I don't want to say the one in a future game, so this is mostly focused on the trilogy. But if I have to pick who I hate the most, it would probably be Manfred von Karma. Because seriously, that guy is a manipulator to the bitter end.
Let's see. If it was for me, Tigre.
Don Tigre.
I'm sorry for how much of a monster he is on top of what he did to poor Viola. Seriously, that poor child.
That is true. I remember you were
then calling her an eggplant.
Yeah, I remember. I was trying to hold you back while you try and go, let me at him. For you, it'd be Donnelly Hawthorne? I can understand that. She was like a devil. But yeah,
well, you can see. Exercise and burning in hell.
But yeah, you could see why she's considered my #1 villain in the series. Even though she didn't succeed in all of her crimes, all of her crimes were still unforgivable, and it left a great impression on me.
Actually, yeah. Good thinking, Tanya. Here's a top 3 of hated.
All right.
Let's see. Well, Dawn would be 3. Morgan would be 2. Red White deserves to be burning in hell.
I see. That's true. But yeah, that's all for our stream today. As for Danganronpa, don't worry. I'm pretty sure I will continue for during the week as usual until work comes back, because I'm still stuck because of what's happening in the world. But so yeah, don't worry. You'll be seeing more Danganronpa in the future. As for both of us, and eventually we'll figure it out what we can do together. Am I right?
Yeah, that's true.
So that's it for us. That's it for us. I hope you all enjoyed our time together with Ace Attorney Trilogy as much as we did. It's been really fun for us. Any last words?
Well, one, but I think we can say it together at the very end.
All right, let's do this. 1, 2.
What? We gotta say our. Hold on a second. We gotta say goodbye first.
All right then. All right, let's do it. Let's do one last word after we say this. This is the Keyblade Soul Lord.
And this is the Boundary Breaking Anime Freak.
And all together now. 1, 2, 3. Objection!
Objection!
See you guys.